So, Cliff, when we broke, we were talking about the fallacy of Donald Trump's claims or his supporters' claims, like, well, he may not know anything, but his advisors certainly do. Well, it came out this week that he has not only never met his chief economic advisor, he's never even talked to him. Now, I don't know if you need to do that per se. It would show at least a semblance of interest in policy, because presumably that's what you are when you are president. That's ostensibly what you've been elected to do, at least in part. And of course, his spokeswoman, Katrina Pearson, she claimed that she had bad sound problems on an interview where she claimed on multiple occasions that Barack Obama started the war in Afghanistan. But,
sound problems will do that to you.
Oh, indeed, of course.
I find that whenever I can't hear something well, I forget 50 years of history or so. It's crazy how it happens.
Now, there's I want to talk a little bit because we were saying how, neither you nor I have seen anything quite like this, particularly when you're talking about a general election and you're in the middle of August. We see now polls this week, Hillary Clinton up by 14 in Virginia. Up by 9 in Florida. I mean, it goes on and on.
A Tide poll in Indiana just came out, and one in Texas only showing Trump up by 6 points. So, I mean, just think about that. I mean, Romney won Texas by, I think, 16.
Well, and, it's early. The polls don't necessarily, it's just a snapshot in time. But we also have to remember that Donald Trump has no ground game insofar as, we always get into these debates like, do the Republicans have a secret weapon? Are there data analysis? Are they targeting things? When I say Trump has no ground game, I'm not saying he has a deficient ground game. I'm saying he literally does not seem to have a ground game.
No, I'm in a county, Hamilton County, which, as you've seen, has been nationally written about because it is the swing county now in the swing state of Ohio, one of the 2 or 3 most important swing states. He's got like a volunteer shack here that some people set up on their own, where it seems like almost like a commune where there are a couple people are living together. I don't know what they're doing, and making some phone calls and knocking on a few doors here and there. No plans. No lists of voters and who to go to and who to call, and no data on any. I mean, just nothing. Not a professionalized campaign, which 80-something days out is kind of insane. And that's the story across. I think he's at one office in Florida still, just one. At this point, Romney had in double digits. I mean, so you'd say, oh well, the ground game is terrible. At least he has the air. He's in the air, but he's not. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, and I can't see anybody else who can seem to figure out what he's doing with all that money. There was reported he finally scored. Right. He had a good period of time because none of it's showing up on TV. I'm guessing that maybe it's paying Ivanka's various companies and Eric's various companies to so they can buy various things for the campaign and enrich themselves. I have no other idea what it could be doing, frankly.
It is a great question and a fascinating one, and I will say that. As this goes on, of course, this week Trump gave a policy speech theoretically on foreign policy, which was the headline was he is going to he's going to do what he calls extreme vetting on immigrants. Now we vet immigrants in this country. I don't know what extreme vetting means. I haven't heard
sports.
Well, that's the thing is I haven't heard anybody actually describe what extreme vetting means, and it is simply more gibberish, really. I mean, there's no other way to talk about it, and the thing that was telling to me is that it makes no difference. I mean, he's at the point now where the media. This has been particularly interesting to me, and you and I have never seen this either. Where the media has basically said, we are no longer going to play this game. And they still do it with the Republicans, and I find it very distressing.
Right.
But we're not going to play this game where we take him seriously anymore because he's not a serious candidate. He's obviously
they fact check him literally live in the moment, which is incredible, something that we've all wanted for all these Republicans for a long time.
I think that's a better way of saying it, yes.
Yeah, along those lines. something incredible happened this week, which is one of the never Trump, anti-Trump, conservative radio hosts actually finally, I don't know if this will lead to any of the rest of them saying and having a come to Jesus moment, but he blamed himself and a lot of that apparatus for delegitimizing the mainstream media because he realizes that all these Trump voters on the right, he can say whatever he wants and base it on facts, and they'll just have their own set of facts, so-called
That's
facts.
right.
I mean, put that in quotes.
Well, this is Charlie Sykes from Wisconsin. And I have to say, though, within that same statement, he still said that there's a liberal bias to the media. So even in that respect, he could not. He's so the genetically coded to. Yeah, I mean, it was fascinating to me. But yes, and he is one of those people who have not been in the Trump universe, and so for the major talkers, the national ones like the Limbaughs and the Hannitys, although
well,
it's
Beck
also
hasn't been in the Trump universe, but
that's right.
The more important thing here, the interesting thing has been is to watch these guys as they've fallen victim to what they've used to victimize those on the left and frankly in the center of their own party, who they virtually have eliminated among elected officials and others. And now they're falling victim to it, which is even conservatives. If you don't get aboard with Trump, because that's where the sort of energy for the crazy is right now, you can go and go on a Breitbart in a thread somewhere and try to argue with these people, and they realize that even if you're Glenn Beck, you're not going to get anywhere. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
They've got their own facts, and you helped. It's right. You built this. So I don't know. Maybe there'll be some more soul searching. I don't know.
Yes, it's a classic conservative conundrum, right? We saw this with Portman when it came to marriage equality with his daughter, I think it was. The Republicans, they often come around when they realize they're on the short end of a stick.